So get the two Eisenhower dollars struck together, fused in a way they were never supposed to be. And today, this wild minting accident is valued at $21,000. That's right, $21,000 for a pair of coins that technically shouldn't even exist. Now, if you're not familiar with this kind of minting error, let me break it down. What you're looking at here is called a mated pair. Basically, it happens when two blank planchets, or sometimes a coin and a blank, get struck at the same time. Instead of separating cleanly, they end up sticking together during the striking process. The result is two coins that look like puzzle pieces, each telling half the story of the other. And that's exactly what we have here with this Eisenhower dollar duo. If you focus closely on the edges, you'll notice how the details don't quite match up the way they should on a normal Ike dollar. Zoom in here. You can see that one side of the coin carries an incomplete design, almost like the die ran out of room. Now shift your eyes to the second coin. See how its surface mirrors those missing details. It's as if the two coins share the same DNA, each one proving the other's existence. That's why collectors love these mated pairs. They're not just errors, they're stories frozen in metal. Each one is completely unique. No two pairs are ever struck exactly the same way because you can't reproduce the accident. This makes them especially valuable in the world of numismatics. But here's the kicker. This isn't just a circulated, beat-up error coin. Both of these Eisenhower dollars are graded Proof 65 by NGC. That means we're not just dealing with an error, we're dealing with an error in proof format. Proof coins were never meant to have mistakes like this slip through. Proofs are struck with extra care, polished dies, and higher standards, which makes an error proof coin almost like lightning striking twice. Let me pause for a second here. Think about that. Proof coins are literally made for collectors. They're supposed to be pristine examples, the best of the best. So when an error like this escapes, it completely rewrites the expectations. That's why when you look at the auction listing today, you'll see a buy price of $21,000. That's not hype. That's the market recognizing how special this error is. Now, look carefully at this first coin in the pair. See how the strike left deep impressions, but part of the reverse just doesn't exist. That's because the second coin was blocking it during the strike. And when we move over to the second piece, those missing details suddenly appear, ghosted, distorted, but there. Together, they form a complete picture of the mistake. Alone, each one is fascinating, but together, they're priceless. And I'll tell you this, mated pairs almost always sell for more when they stay together. Break them apart, and you lose half the story. Collectors know this. That's why when a set like this comes up for auction, serious bidders jump in fast. They're not just buying two coins, they're buying a one-of-a-kind accident in U.S. mint history. Now, here's something to think about. Eisenhower dollars were struck between 1971 and 1978. They were never the most popular coins in circulation. But when you throw in an error this dramatic, suddenly a series that's usually affordable turns into high-end territory. That's why the $21,000 price tag doesn't just surprise, it makes sense. Condition, rarity, proof status, and error type all align perfectly here. And it's not just about the money. For collectors, this is about owning something no one else can replicate. A regular Eisenhower dollar proof might cost you $50, but this pair, it's like holding a fingerprint of the minting process. One slip, one moment, and now you've got an irreplaceable treasure. So let me wrap this up. A mated pair of Eisenhower dollars, graded Proof 65 by NGC, valued today set at $21,000. It's rare, it's bizarre, and it's absolutely stunning. If you love error coins, this is one of those once-in-a-lifetime pieces that makes the entire hobby exciting. If you enjoyed diving into this story, stick around the channel. We cover tons of error coins, rare finds, and the hidden treasures that might be sitting in your pocket change right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you'd ever consider paying 5 figures for a coin mistake.